Harley Benton Dullahan version 2. So the first run of Dullahans, they had them in flat and then something else I don't even remember. I wasn't super impressed by. I liked the idea that they were going for a headless design. However, they sounded dull. They sounded not pickup wise. It wasn't pickups. They sounded a little bit too round and muddy, and the playability wasn't insane. It was actually more of a chore to play. Now, they've improved. I have a little bit of a gripe with how you improve at Harley Benton. What is this? Tiny bit of a flake there in the paint. Okay. This guitar is $499. At $499, I do not want you, the customer, to be the guinea pig, to be the research and development, the R&D department. At $240, a lot of the Harley Bentons are going between 150 and 300. Yeah, sure, they make a whole batch, and if something isn't great, you will report back to them, but then you're still stuck with the not so great guitar, and they will improve it next time. With a brand like this, doing R&D costs money. You have to do a bunch of guitars. Those guitars will have to go to players, to YouTubers, to QC people to play and find out what can be improved. Then the one that actually goes in series will be a guitar that went through some design changes because of some flaws that it might have had. And at $499, I expect a guitar to go through R&D. At $200, okay, maybe not. But if you invest $500, I think a little bit of R&D should be there. A company like Ibanez, the guitars are more expensive because they do a whole batch and then they test them and test them. Using the customer as a guinea pig at $500, I'm not so okay with. And I feel that this is what's happening with the Dullahans. The first batch, oh, let's do it, the headless guitar, and they weren't so great, and that feedback came back. And this still isn't perfect, but I kind of think it should have gone through some testing. That's all I'm saying. The original Dullahan had the problem of these individual string righty saddle bridge things, that's what it's called, being slightly crooked. So they were installed not perfectly parallel. And what happens is when they're not perfectly parallel, they will touch each other. And since they're riffly, they kind of work like a gear. And you were turning this, and that was turning the next one. So when not perfectly installed at an Indonesian factory, where super millimeter precision can't be asked for, that was a problem, and that was one of the feedbacks that came back. Now, this has been fixed with a very simple solution. The solution simply is, it now sits on a piece of metal, as you can see, and that piece of metal has perfect grooves, like half round grooves, that they all sit in, and it gets installed as one piece and not individual pieces, and that ensures that they're all perfectly straight. Great. However, that means that the strings are now having contact with the piece of metal first, which then has contact with the guitar. It also brings up the whole bridge a little bit. Now that obviously has a sound effect. The pickups are exactly the same as they were before. Now the effect is that piece of metal adds brightness and clarity, and the dullness is gone. The dullness of the Dullahan is gone. I think the sounds they now have are modern sounds, and they're absolutely there. Very interesting, because the pickups were not changed. People always say, the pickups, it's the pickups, it's the pickups. No, it's the whole. As individually mounted bridges, it was too dull. Now on the piece of metal, great. However, the piece of metal adds 2 or 3 millimeters in height, which also can add a little bit of difficulty adjusting the action. This is adjusted as well as it can be, but it's not as desirable as I would want it on a modern headless shreddy guitar. it can be better. So, I mean, action is as good as it can be. And this is where we're at. It's not a very low action. It's good. It's okay. Let's go through the other specs. We have a beautiful roasted maple fretboard. We have a beautiful roasted maple neck. That is very, very pretty. Absolutely nice looking, nice feeling. This access is a little bit shaved off. We have a little bit of an angle there, as you can see. It's not like Ibanez AZ perfect, but it's nice. We have a beautiful deep carve right here, which I think they kind of took a hint from Prestige guitars who do this. Then nothing here because you don't really need that for anything. It's just, bullshit. We have the spoke wheel. Let's see what else we have, because I don't know. Alder body, roasted maple, black dot inlays, which actually are fine on this guitar. I like that they're on the side, not in the middle. Modern C neck, 648mm scale, 350mm radius, 42mm up here. It's a GraphTech black tusk nut, 24 stainless steel frets. Roswell HAFB BK Alnico 5 here, and Roswell HAFB Alnico 5 here. Master volume, master tone, 5-way switch. Apollo mono bridge, black hardware, comes with tents, and this is supposed to be shell pink. Now let's talk about shell pink. It is white, and with a lot of imagination, there's a tiny bit of pink in there. It's like a full auto laundry with one, not red sock, not like in Boston. Anyone got that? I did. No, with one pink sock. So it is in certain lights, not that one, maybe there, you can see that there's a tiny pink. Shell pink is white with pink, but this is too white. I don't think they nailed the shell pink. I don't think they did. It's a little bit, but even if it was shell pink, who the fuck wants a Harley Benton Dullahan in shell pink? Lastly, what were you thinking? Like the light blue, I get. White, I would get. Shell pink on a Strat, yeah. Not even on a Tele. Vintage Strat, fine. A Dullahan? What the fuck? But what do I know? So, this one clocks in at $499. This one is identical, except for that it has a pretty top, and the neck and fretboard are not roasted maple. $449. This is a separate video. Now, the Apollo bridge has a little QR code, so you can find out how to adjust it and how to change strings, which is nicely done. You have to open this up here individually, but that's a nice solution. Now, a little tip for those people doing headless guitars. Give me some kind of loop or hoop here. Maybe do a little loop or hoop in metal in the back. Something that I can attach a little string to so I can actually hang it on the wall. My Mayonnaise Hydra, which is a great headless guitar, way more expensive, has a metal piece on top that I can put a hoop through. There's no way to hang this on the wall. So why not put a little metal thing, the tiny little hoop or something in the back, so that I can actually have this hanging off the wall? I can't. So that's a little bit of a free advice. So, adjustment info here comes with a bunch of wrenchy pinchies. And there's this golden thing in there, which is great. Harley Benton promised, because we reviewers bitched about it, and luthiers bitched about it, that these string height adjustment thingies on the bridge are these little golden things. That the string sits on, the actual saddle. and they have to be screwed up and down. But there's a V, like a literally like a V like this, and the string is right in the middle. You need a tool to do this, and now they actually deliver this tiny little tool with it to adjust the string height of the saddle. But nicely done. I actually haven't tried it, but it comes with it. So this is how you adjust the height of the strings. This guitar came absolutely fine. Both of them had to have their necks adjusted because the action was way too high. This, however, had a problem with the bridge. When I bent the B string up here, anything above the 12th fret, it jumped from its brass piece. It just jumped out. So that little piece between the V's where the string goes over, they left too much metal. Easily remedied by going to my friend Yoshi Luck, and within a minute he had that file down a little bit with the metal file, all good. No reason to send the guitar back. It shouldn't happen. Apparently it is the only one that they know about. I talked to Remco, who in Australia, who makes these bridges, and he said it's the first time we heard about it. Obviously, he's got to say that, but I believe him. Totally can happen. Just sucks that it came to me, and I have to mention that in the video. I'm getting paid for these videos, but I will always tell you everything, because that's how I roll. Okay, so sounds now. I was going to say doesn't come in a bag. That's a lie. Comes in a gig bag. Not the greatest gig bag, but it comes in a gig bag. And at $4.99, that's nice. Ibanez and Schecter, look at that shit and do it too. We're going to go into the pick drop. We're going to go into the Deluxe Reverb and then a bunch of other amps and see how she flies. So modern, brighter, detailed sounds. Very focused, little bit much top end there, so it's the opposite of how the guitar used to be. How much are you gonna play clean with this? I don't know. Probably not super much, unless you're doing these very modern techniques that all the kids do. I can't do it. That's why the new Ibanez Quest series has slanted frets so you can do easier tapping on it. I don't know. I used to be able to be really good at that. But I wasn't now able to be good at that now. English is difficult. First, well, I call this position 1, you probably call it 5, whatever. Second position. Middle. In the back, in between. Volume drops there quite a bit. Damn it. in the back. It compresses, and there's something in the high mids that's very. Try some overdrive here. And that was an octave fuzz. So I'm having fun. That's all really that matters. We're moving on to other amps. We're moving on into the Tone King Gremlin. That little thing back there that, let's see, showed you why I'm even saying anything. Tone King Gremlin. That's a vintagey kind of little 5-watt amp. You're never going to play this with, you're likely going to play this with a Helix or the Harley Benton Dyna effect, DNA effects, whatever, modeler, something like this. But we don't do this here. We'll move straight on into the Achillies ARGOS. That's a JTM type amp. You're not going to play this with a JTM Classic-y Marshall. aggressive for that amp. We're going to move on into the Revv Generator 740 on the Crunch channel. I don't know what I'm playing. Damn, that's bright, that guitar. I'm trying to be shreddy. It's not quite there. I wish it was. I wish it was, but it's not quite shreddy enough. The playability isn't quite where a guitar of this type should be. Moving on into the Revv Generator 7. No, moving on into the Revv 100p. If you're thinking, why is he trying to be funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm this inept at talking. It's not me trying. It's just me not cutting shit out. Shut it! Stupid YouTube comments. Yep, and there we are. Much more precise than the guitar used to be. I like it now. Moving on into the ENGL Fireball 25. I'm not the biggest shredder in the world. The guitar's almost there, just almost. Where's the Friedman? That's to the Friedman. So, tuning is, as you can see, a lot easier now with the Dullahan. Is it fun? Is it super quick? No, but that's just how headless guitars are. It's a little bit fiddly back here. It's not as easy as this, okay? But it's there now. So that has been fixed. Sounds are clear, sounds are precise, sounds are modern. That has been fixed. Not with new pickups, but with this new way that the bridge is. The neck and the fretboard are beautiful. What do we think about the shell pink? I think nothing about it. It's up to you to decide. All the ingredients are here. The first Dullahan series was tough to play. Vanessa and I, we did the videos, and when we were done, we're like, oh, thank you that we can pick up other guitars again. It's true. This is an improvement. Playability is better. It's not the shred monster in terms of the action and the setup that I wish it was. Is this only this one? Well, I have another one there and it's the same idea. It's a step, a big step, in the direction of creating a sub 500 euro modern headless guitar. What's missing now is take some of that ultra bite out of the pickups. The metal bridge adds quite a bit. Pick colors that are not this. I don't know. I actually requested the shell pink so I can bitch about it. Sorry. No. Look, if you like it, you like it. It's just, I have a feeling that with this new height comes an action that is not perfect for this type of guitar. If you're playing rhythms, you're fine. If you're playing open chords, you're fine. If you want to do super shreddy stuff, which these guitars are kind of meant to do, it's not perfect. It's okay. It's not perfect. It's also a price point that's, doesn't have to be perfect, realistically. So that's what I got to say. If you're interested in these, maybe order yourself one. If it makes you happy, keep it. If it doesn't make you happy, send it back. Thomann offers, 30-day send it back for any reason. Okay? Well, so that means this paid for video can't be bought. It, my opinion, can't be bought because literally, if you don't like it, then it doesn't matter what I say, you can send it back. I'm not selling you shit that you can't return if you don't like it. So what's the incentive for me to lie to you? Literally nothing. Because you would get it, it's not what you want, and then you're gonna not watch my videos again. My idea is to have you watch my videos as much as possible because you found you were being advised correctly, and that's what I try to do. And I know Harley Benton would like me to say that this is amazing and the playability is absolutely amazing, but they don't pay for my opinion. They can't. It's not for sale. They pay to get this video done. Leslie's here, cameras are here, dogs are somewhere, cats are somewhere. It all needs to be paid for. And that is what they pay for, not my opinion. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. There will be a video for this one and then a little bit of a comparison video for both, maybe advising you which one's better for you. And links below, please use them. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all these numbers count. So a like doesn't cost you anything, but really benefits me. So please do that if you like the channel. And also support your local animal shelter, which you can see at Animals in the somewhere. How do we say this? Animals at the end.